Hey, it's Andrew Downs. I'm proud to support Three Beards Media, and I would love to work with you. If you need merchandise for your company, organization, band, softball team, whatever, I can help. From name brand apparel to promotional items, large orders or small, online stores, and more, I can help your brand stand out. AKC Marketing is local, based in Johnston, and we are an employee-owned business, so our costs are low and our turnaround times are fast. But most importantly, we give you personal service to make sure you get exactly what you're looking for. Email me at andrew@akcmarketing.com or find me on social media and let's make some cool stuff together. Now sit back and enjoy this Three Beards Media podcast.
Drop it.
Welcome back to another edition of the Ball Don't Lie podcast. We are in week 6 of the NFL season. I'm Ted Hawley here, as always, with Justin Smool, and we got Pig producing for us in the background. What's happening, Smool?
Not much, man. Just another week going by too quick, like always.
We're due for a big week one of these weeks. We both went 3-4 personally last week and put together a 1-4 week with the Circa plays.
Yeah.
No bueno.
We left off a couple winners for sure.
We did leave off a couple winners. We actually had the Giants of our 6 plays we had together, left them off.
Yeah.
You missed your college play, which was Baylor, which I don't think you were too upset about.
I wasn't. I felt like it was kind of a little bad beat, maybe from the aspect of how they started. I felt like it could have been a little bit better. You know, I felt like they should have covered, but they got away a little late from them.
Iowa State usually just doesn't do that. So
No, they
it's
don't.
Maybe we're turned a corner a little bit with this group and that stuff, because that's usually games how it starts that way, it usually finishes that same way. And to pull away in the back end is a different brand.
If they win this week, they're going to make the playoff. If they win this week, they will be in. I really do. I
just don't think they're winning this week.
Yeah, I mean this is the tough one.
This is a really, really tough one.
This is the tough one.
But both went 3-4 last week. Both missed our college play. It's been a girl start. You're 13-19. I'm 13-14. We are 10-15 on the Circle plays. But there's no time to get hot like the present.
New week.
To rock with it. I did tweet out. San Fran didn't make my card. I tweeted that out before the game. I see they just scored while we're getting on here.
Yeah, I like them actually too, but I totally even forgot to even add them. I never played the Thursday game, but I did take them.
And I should be playing that the whole damn year. My only miss has been a push on the Thursday night games. To get a score again. So, so I did have. I'll get us started there. I tweeted out. I do have San Fran minus 3.5 on Thursday Night Football, and
nice.
It looks like the Niners are off to a good start there.
Yep.
I have 5 plays this week, and honestly, the card was not talking to me this week. It was a little tough for me to find 5 games, so maybe this is the week that I actually get it back on track.
Okay. I like a boatload.
Well, let's get it cranking.
All right. I'll take. It's about as ugly as you can think. So, who does no one like? Okay, we'll just go. Panthers plus 6 or 6.5. I don't know what 6. I think it's in the contest.
Yeah.
Look, this Falcons team, we both kind of like him. We've kind of rode him a hair, but if they play close games all the time.
You play close games.
They just play close games. I just don't. I feel like based upon those last 2 last big home effort wins, coming right down to the well. One was a loss, one was a win, but this feels like the ultimate kind of letdown here. And that it's a division home dog. We always kind of gravitate towards these. Carolina was getting 4 at the Bears last week, and now they're getting 6 at home against the Falcons. Like, are the Falcons and Bears really a whole lot different? I mean, maybe Atlanta's a tad better, but that line would be really short if, head to head. I don't know. I just think it's overreaction. I'll take the Panthers and may not even be my ugliest pick of the week.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm going to do it the other way. I've been betting against Washington. No, I'm leaving that game alone. Good luck to the Panthers.
Oh.
I'm going to take Washington this week. I've been playing against them, trying to hedge it. Now we're catching 6.5 with them. They're at the Ravens. I do like the Ravens, but boy, I just think that maybe Washington can score enough points with anybody. And I'm sure now that I'm going to actually back them at 6.5 point dogs, they'll finally get routed. But I'm gonna take the 6.5 Washington. I'm kind of believing that they can just score that many points. And look, again, I'm gonna get a 6.5 with Washington against anybody. I've seen enough. They've murdered me this year betting against them. So I'm just gonna hop on the train.
Okay,
take 6.5 Washington at Baltimore.
Okay. New England Patriots +7.
Gross.
Look here, this Texans team, I've actually been pretty spot on with this team, except for last week. They're a good team. They're missing Mixon, and they're missing their stud go-to guy. Nico Collins means so much to this team. I don't think people are talking enough about it. That offense.
IR, right?
What's that?
You went on IR, right?
Yeah, he's out. Yeah, he's on IR. So we're getting Drake May to start. You and I both like May. I'm not necessarily convinced. I don't know how they'll use him. He's way more mobile than Brissett is. Brings a lot more to the table. Patriots defense still decent. They're not a bottom feeder. The defense is good. Offensively, we don't know what we're going to get from May, right? But you're giving me 7. This feels like if there's ever a letdown spot to kind of pump off the brakes, this feels like it. That was an all-out effort for the Texans. They're 4-1, kind of feeling fat and happy right now. I don't know. 7 on the road here is just crazy. I'll take it.
All right, I'll cheer for you.
Okay.
I'll cheer for you on that one.
Okay.
Does it get grosser than that for you? Do you have something grosser than that?
Oh, yeah. I got 2 more that probably rival both of them.
Give me another one.
Okay. Titans -2.5 over the Colts. I love this play here. I think Richardson's playing. Nobody wants to back the Titans. They're off the bye. I love it off the bye. Titans have had some goofy stuff not go their way. They are better than their record indicates. Look, I'm not convinced on this Indy team by any means. I was against them last week. The Jags were a winner. They were up 14 on them with 5 minutes left, and then all of a sudden it broke loose and it's tied up. But just being down by that many against that Jacksonville team, I think it tells me all I need to know. That Colts defense is no good. Titans defense, really good. I like the spot here for Tennessee off the bye. It feels like just a get-right game.
I will give you that. That Colts defense has got some serious problems on that.
Yeah.
Just the holdback for me here is Levis just does some bonehead stuff that just makes me go, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know.
I don't think he's the guy at all. And they're a guy, I mean, what's going to happen is they're going to be a team that throws the kitchen sink at a Sam Darnold this offseason and pays him way too much money. He's going to go there and be terrible. Darnold was actually awful last week if you look at his stats. They beat the Jets, but he had under 50% completion percentage. He was bad.
Yeah, he was bad. Yeah, they won in spite.
I'll give you that. Yeah, the Jets were just that much worse.
Yep.
Look, I'm going back to the wagon again. I don't think it's this on Circa, but it was this on DraftKings. It was this before we started the show too. Our Arizona Cardinals, 5.5 point dogs at Green Bay. It's just too many points. I like Green Bay. They're playing really well, but the Cardinals are good. They're a good football team. 5.5 points is just too many. I see they're 4.5 on Circa, but they're 5.5 on DraftKings right now, and they're 5.5 on my bookie. I love 5.5 points. It's hard for me not to take that in that game.
Okay. I don't have this game. This one's kind of goofy. I'm weird. That Cardinals win last week was so flugazy. It just scares me. Jordan Mason fumbling down there at that red zone really.
Them winning the game was a little fluky. I don't think them covering was though. They were 7.5 point dogs last week. That was just too many there again.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's fair. Let's see. Saints +3.5 against the Bucks. It's Rattler starting. I don't get this here. people are quick to write, like if you go back just a couple weeks ago, Saints were 2-0, scored 974 points in 2 games. Everyone loved them. And now all of a sudden no one likes them. Like, is it really? I mean, we don't know, Rattler, sure, but is it much of a downgrade? Derek Carr's not anything to write home about. Look, the Bucks -3.5 in a division rival game like this. This doesn't make any sense to me why they're favored in this spot either, even with the line. And here's the thing I think no one's talking about here. There's a hurricane going on. Where's it impacted the most? I don't know if these players are, some of these players probably worried about their homes, what's going on back there. I think it's a massive distraction for Tampa. I like the Saints here. Home underdog role. This is where the Saints just shine at home.
I think this is our first play against each other that makes our cards this season.
Oh, really?
I'm just such a non-believer in the Saints for the reasons you kind of mentioned. I do think it was Fugazi fluke to start the year. They put all those points up on the Cowboys. Yeah. And I'm with you on the Rattler part, though. I'm not sure that this isn't just the start of his era. You and I both like Rattler coming out of the draft. Yep. We both hoping our teams would take a third-round flyer on him because I'm glad Vegas didn't because I think he would have been your guy.
Yeah.
I was just praying they weren't going to take him in the second. If they'd taken the second or third round, we both would have been like, yeah, I get it.
Yep.
Good pick. Yeah. And that guy was the number 1 high school recruit coming out. The talent is all there. It's just all the other stuff with him. But that dude's got a big live arm.
Yep.
Look, Carr's fine. He's just not a $40 million quarterback. You don't want to spend if you're paying Derek Carr $5 to $15 million a year, sure, that's exactly what you're getting.
Yeah.
But you're not. I mean, he's not a difference maker in the line. He's not a difference maker in anything gambling wise, I don't think.
No.
And I'm with you. I'm not even sure it is a downgrade. They might shorten the playbook a little bit for different reasons, but I'm with you on that. I just think that Tampa's roster is better.
Yeah.
I got to listen to Niehaus talk about them all the time. He breaks down their I just think defensively they're going to do enough there. And Baker's in the right place, man. But
we're Baker fans. I like Baker.
We are. I think we're both Rattler fans. It's going to be interesting. So we'll see how this one shakes out.
Yeah.
This was my last play I put in to get myself to 5.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see you guys on top of this. I got him at 3. I think they're 3 on Circa, but I see him at 3.5 on DraftKings too. So we both got different lines in that one. But we'll see.
All right. I might just pick the whole card. I'll just keep going.
Keep going.
Look, Jags +2 in London game. I don't understand this either. This feels like a little gift. Look, the Bears are improved. Got nothing against Chicago. Look, this is a rookie quarterback going over to make this first trip. I think it's tough, man. The Bears now feel like all of a sudden they are valued at an above-average football team. I don't see it. You go from they've covered the last 2 weeks, both at home, and now it kind of feels like the fat and happy spot here. Look, Jacksonville's familiar with this trip. They've made it for how many years now? And they were, as much as I do hate Lawrence and I do think he sucks, like this, they were pretty pumped after last week's win. So, it's kind of a little different, I think, mentality here. Like, okay, we maybe saved it. Let's go get another one. Chicago's not necessarily lighting it up offensively. I think the Jags are kind of sneaky here. I just don't think Chicago should be favored, to be honest.
I actually like this play. It's not on my card, but this will make Circa play for us. I actually do like the Jags in the spot too for that. So we'll pencil that in for our first Circa play. I like that. I looked at that game and I was like, it would absolutely be the Jags for me there. So that's different than that too. That'll definitely be a play for us because I actually kind of I forgot that game was in London and I like the Jags better because of that.
Yeah, that's honestly the main reason. I just think it's tough.
I'm with you. Yeah, because it's in London, I actually like that.
Yeah. This might be the ugliest one. Maybe not. But I'm taking my Raiders here +3 against Steelers. I've probably taken the teams that nobody wants this week, and the Raiders will be one of them.
They do not look any good right now, dude.
No, 2-3. This is if you just blindly fade Tomlin as a road favorite in his career, you just make a lot of money, period. He does not cover in these spots. look,
who's playing? Who's going to start? Is it AOC?
They haven't named it. They haven't named it. I mean, it don't matter. They're two peas in a pod. This feels like just kind of a rally cry here. Look, Pittsburgh, Dallas turned the ball over 3 times. Pittsburgh blocked the field goal, and they still lost the game. Offensively, I mean, they just can't do anything. And I just think I do wish that the Raiders had traded Devontae this week just to get that out. I think that's kind of looming right now.
What are you waiting on? Go get you're not getting a 2 for him. He's an aging guy. Everybody knows he's not staying anyway.
Right.
Just move him and get your future pieces and move on.
Yeah.
Like move on. I would trade him for that 3rd pick and give me Mike Williams back for the rest of the year, just for a guy over there. Okay,
yeah,
I'll pay the rest of his salary for 1 year.
Sure.
Send him to the Jets and get Mike Williams back, who's on the last year of his deal, and give me that 3 and a 5. Just do it and get it over with.
Yeah. I mean, they need to. I don't know. Like, Raiders are no good, but quite frankly, I don't think the Steelers are either.
No, I'm kind of with you there.
So I think they're 3-point favorites. Nah, no, thanks. Let's see. Gosh.
We'll think about it. I'll come back here too. So we'll get back to. I got to play. I can call Shocky a little bit because first I'm going to make my card this year. But let's throw in here a word from our sponsors quick, and we'll come back and wrap stuff up.
Making great tasting bourbon requires the perfect combination of ingredients, conditions, and time. The longer it rests, the better it tastes. Revelton Distillery's new single barrel bourbon is made from 80% corn, sourced 100% from Iowa farmers. And unlike mass-produced bourbons, each barrel of Revelton's single barrel bourbon is unique, proofed on when it tastes best. As they like to say, it'll be ready when it's ready. And to ensure the highest standards of quality and flavor, owners Rob and Christy Taylor oversee the production and bottling. Every single barrel. Iowa-born, Iowa-aged, Iowa-bottled. Try the new single barrel bourbon from Iowa's own Revelton Distillery. ReveltonDistillery.com. In 2023, a crack Green Beret named Dan Douglas retired his military command and promptly escaped to a full-time career in real estate. Today, this man is wanted by home buyers and sellers who want to survive the process without spending a fortune. If you have a home to sell or want to buy one, maybe you can hire Dan Douglas at Green Beret Realty. You can find him at greenberetrealty.com. greenberetrealty.com.
Welcome back to the Ball Don't Lie podcast. We are almost through our plays here. I got 4 plays for myself so far and 6 for Smule, and it's by the sounds of it doesn't look like you're done yet.
Nah, I got at least 1, maybe 2.
All right, why don't you give me one more of yours here, and you think
about
it.
Yeah, I think it's actually my favorite one. It's the Jets Monday night 2.5, getting 2.5 against Buffalo. Yeah, you know that I think I was fooled on Buffalo. Looking back, got the 3-0 quick start, looked good. Everything's kind of flowing. When you look back,
they've been bad the last 2 weeks.
It's like those have been the best 2 opponents. And I mean, it's Baltimore and Houston. Their 3rd best opponent was Arizona, and quite frankly, I mean, it looks okay, but it doesn't look great.
They came back and should have won last week. Josh Allen, going back to doing Josh Allen stuff, but what was that? Like, run the ball out and go. The only way to lose in regulation was to do what they did, and he should have thrown a pick on first down.
That was stupid.
Run the ball one time and you go to OT. And we were on that money line last week. That was just hard to watch. It was just
that was.
What are you doing?
And gagged that, yeah.
They got let back into the football game and then just gave. It was like, you got it to overtime, get there and move on. That was tough to watch.
Yeah. So I don't know. I like the Jets here. We all know what's going on this week. There's going to be plenty of motivation here. You better believe it this week to prove with the solid situation.
Rodgers better do something.
Yeah,
these guys can keep saying, "No, it isn't me." It is, but you have to play well. He's been bad.
He's been bad. When are they ever going to use Breece Hall right?
Well, it's Nathaniel Hackett. I mean, the wrong coach got fired. I'm sorry. Nathaniel Hackett is horrible. I mean, it's just the guy is. It is elementary offense, and Rodgers likes it because Rodgers is still living in 10 years ago. It's how he wants to play. The simple checks down. He doesn't like all that pre-snap motion. But
no,
when you have a bad offensive line like that, and they have two good backs too. Get creative in the run game or get the ball out to him in space. And there's not creative. There's no creativity to that offense. So if that doesn't change a little bit, and look, Rodgers going to have to play better. That means he can't be throwing two picks in the first quarter. I mean, they should have beat the Vikings. They just got so far behind the 8 ball, it was impossible.
Yeah, I think they rise to the occasion here. Look, I don't know. I think it feels like Allen's maybe reverted back a little bit, and I think that might be because of the level of competition. So Jets have a good defense, right? We know that.
They do have a good defense. And look, I mean, Buffalo's still that one, and maybe Keon Coleman becomes that guy.
I like him.
He kind of just seems like a big body possession receiver, though. I'm not sure he's going to be that take over the game guy. He might be a number 2, not a dominant number 1.
Sure.
And maybe I'm wrong, but he just hasn't turned into that yet.
No.
And look, through 5 games last year, Zach Wilson was 2-3, and the team had scored 93 points. And through 5 weeks this year, they are 2-3, and the team has scored 93 points.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's bad. That is really, really, really bad.
Bad.
I think you can talk me into this one. This maybe can make our play just because, like, you win this game and you're
leading the division.
Leading the division if you win this game after firing your coach.
Yeah, leading the division,
which is crazy, but that's where you're at.
Yeah, that'd be almost third of the way through.
This is actually a really, really big game. Like, whoever wins this game might win the division.
It's a huge game. This is
Miami's dead because Miami and New England are dead. They're absolutely dead.
Yeah. I mean, unless Drake May's like something crazy, right? But other than that,
I don't even know. Can you be crazy with those guys? I mean, what's he supposed to do there? That is a bad team on that side of the ball. And that's why I was kind of hoping they wouldn't go to him yet. I was hoping they'd get to Thanksgiving before they rolled him out because so we both like Drake May, and I'm just not sure how good you can look in that. But we're going to find out. He is better than Brissett, that's for sure. They do get a shot in the arm there.
It's an upgrade for sure.
It definitely is an upgrade.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play my Broncos, man. I've been trying to stay away and just not believe in them and all this stuff, but man, did Nick's get the juices flowing with his sideline deal with Sean Payton? And you see how much Sean Payton liked it. Like he said, that's his love language. He tried that stuff with Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson just like sat and took it and didn't do anything. It was
right.
Sean Payton loved everything about that interaction because whatever Nick was saying to him were the right words he wanted to hear back on why he was upset on something. And then he played well after it.
Yeah.
He's just kind of selling in a little bit. They're doing a little bit more offensively. And, dude, that defense is, look, I was holding my breath because it's Vance Joseph, who's a terrible head coach for us. But, they gave up 70 points in the game last year.
Yep.
But, man.
They're playing. They're definitely playing hard. It's
side of him. Like, we're getting 2 points at home versus Chargers. Why are the Chargers favorites on the road right now? Why?
Probably because I think coming off the bye, they got to give them a little love there. And I don't know. It's just interesting, right? That the Raider game, the Surtain pick 6, it just flipped. It flipped the whole game. It flipped the whole game. I mean, they were looking to go up 17-3 and I'm not saying necessarily end it because it was still the first half, but boy, that's just a hard hole to climb out of. And it flipped the game. So
I got to see what Herbert's ankle is a big deal here too. He's going to be a stat, which look, he's got a huge arm, so he can be a statue, but I'm going to take Denver as dogs on the road here. And Denver goes and gets this win. They get to 4-2. There's 6 teams with the winning record in the AFC right now. 6 teams. You get to 4-2. You're fast tracking to somehow making the damn playoffs this year, which is just insanity to think about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I said it. Dude, 9 wins is getting in.
You're right. Preseason, I thought there was no chance 9 wins is getting in the AFC. It's absolutely getting in this year.
Because every week there's going to be like 4 matchups that people just beat each other up. It just happens. Look, the Bills might go to 500 after this week.
Yeah.
They were 3-0.
Yeah. Crazy.
Who knows?
Absolutely crazy. Well, that's it for my NFL plays. You have one more, or are you calling it?
No, I'm good.
You got 7 plays for there too. All right. I'm 0-5 with our plays in this card. I did my random pick last week. I said Ohio State would have been my play, but I was picking a normal, which should have stuck with that. Would have got my
that was a good pick
on the board there. I did make some money in that game. I'm going West Virginia +3. Like, this is West Virginia has 2 losses on the season. There's 12 undefeated teams left in the nation. They've lost to 2 of them. They blew a game to Pitt that they should have won, and then they lost to Penn State, which Penn State
was pretty good.
Damn good so far. So this is it's a night game. Rocco Beck's dad's going in the Hall of Fame that night out of West Virginia. They're Iowa State's favorites in the road. It's just, but look, Iowa State wins this game. It is all in front of them because
they're making the playoff. They will make.
This is such a big game for Iowa State, and unfortunately, I just don't. I've had this game circled preseason too. I just it's going to be hard to go down there and get a win. Man, I hope I'm wrong. I really, really hope we're sitting here next week and I'm 0-6 on points. But I just have the
it's tough. This is definitely a tough spot. This is for sure a tough one here. So I don't disagree with you. All right, I said it in our group text, and it sure enough it opened up. I can't stand this football team, but they owe it to me. So I'm going to take Stanford plus 23.5 at Notre Dame. I was like, if this thing opens anything above 21, I will be taking Stanford, and here we are. So, I mean, look, Notre Dame laying this many points, no thanks.
Can they score 24 points?
I don't know. I don't know. Stanford, this team drives me nuts. I've watched more Stanford football than I care to admit. But, Clemson 2 weeks ago, they were right there, and then it's just like bonehead decision after bonehead decision what the coach chose to do. I don't get it. So, this feels like this is just so many points. So
plug your nose and place the bet.
Yep, here we go. Go Stanford.
Go Stanford.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps up our plays there on that. Unless you want a late minute ad, we got I got you for 7 plays and me for 5. We did agree to put the Jags in circuit card. We got some work to do to get those plays in because
we do.
We didn't. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing to actually get through.
Right.
I had myself with the Niners tonight. Washington plus 6.5. Cardinals plus 5.5. Tampa -3, and the Broncos +3. And my college play, I had West Virginia +3, and hoping I lose that one. For you, I had the Panthers +6, the Patriots +7, Titans -2.5, the Saints +3.5. The Jags +2, the Raiders +3, the Jets +2.5, and then for your college play, you had Stanford +23.5. And I just noticed you have all home teams this week, if you include the Jags as a home team of that, which they pretty much are in London. So I just noticed that right now. I mean,
home, like almost all home. That's all home dogs.
6 out of your 7 are home dogs besides the Titans.
Yeah, that's right. They're the only favorite I take.
That's usually where you want to live. You usually want to live in that zone. So
I like that home dog. It makes me feel a little bit better about them ugly ass ones.
6 out of 7 plays are home dogs. So there you go.
Yep. All right.
We might have to lean on some of those this week. See if we can get some home. But
don't watch the games then.
That's true.
Well, we can't help ourselves. I know that.
I know. That's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. You know what I might be doing this Sunday instead of watching the first set of games? Playing a 2-man best ball with Mark Chu and then Chili Open.
Oh, the Chili Opens this gosh. That is this week. Huh? Crazy.
Open, man. We got Battle of the Lakes tomorrow, Panora versus Polk City. So
okay.
We'll see.
There you go.
If Aaron's got his boys going right or not.
That's funny.
All right, man. Well, that's all I got. We're looking to get back on track. Thanks again to Pig Eddie producing for us in the background.
Yep, thanks, Pig.
It's time for us to get hot. This is the week.
We need it.
So we'll get together and get our circuit plays out on the socials. But other than that, just another week.
Yep.
Great week to make some money. As always, I'm Ted. He's Small. Cash that ticket.